Hello, hello. Audio test. Audio test. Seems good. I'm going to play some more Hollow Knight. And this time, not forget to change the scene. Pretty music and game. Huh. Did I not leave off in front of the archives? That's strange. Maybe the game didn't save. Oh yeah, I have the ability to dodge attacks now. I don't think I saw this before. Isn't this just the most intriguing place? So many discoveries waiting to be made. We're about to set off ourselves, though we can't seem to agree on which way to head. It's led to something of an argument between us. We should really stop squabbling about such petty things. Once again, ghosts that don't seem to be aware. Oh, gosh. Fool Eater. Carnivorous plant that snaps at any creature that comes close. You really would have to be a fool to get to be tricked by a plant. Oh, goodness. Well, a fool I am, I suppose. Oh. So I guess I just didn't explore that way before. How very silly of me. Mossfly, winged weaklings that covers winged weakling that covers itself in leaves to appear larger, hides amongst the undergrowth, fleeing if predators draw near. They spend their whole lives hiding or fleeing. How sad. Or perhaps that is the life they choose for themselves and they enjoy it. It's a strange thought, but not impossible. Oh gosh. That was a tougher enemy. Mantis Trader. Once a member of the Mantis tribe, now cast out and driven mad by infection. Love Key. Oh, there has been places that need special keys, or at least one place. Covered in padding, it bears a symbol of love. Corpse of a mossy vagabond overcome with infection. Huh. Mossy vagabond. Lazy, portly moss skin, easily swayed by others. Slow, fat, and easily vanquished. Common threads in those who forget their calling and forsake their duties. How peculiar. Ow. This should be fairly straightforward. Oh. I'm getting my controls all mixed up. Lovely. Whew. I have a feeling that this is going to be, or this is taking me to where I need to take that flower. My goodness. Yes. Little bench. This place is crazy looking. Very beautiful. It's like another world. Oh. Now let's see, am I correct? Oh. Well, maybe not, because I'm no longer... I'm no longer even in the Queen's Gardens. Oh. Mask maker. Is it mask or face upon the creature? In hollowness, a difficult thing it can be to decipher. A wonderful thing to have a face, not a thing with which we all are blessed. For this kingdom's faceless, I shall provide a mask, a face. Does it need one? Does it not? To define, to focus, to exist. Huh. How interesting. Ooh. Hello, honey. I think that's how you would pronounce that. I'm doing good. I was not expecting to end up back in this area of the game. Oh. Glad to see me. Well, it's lovely to have you here. How long have I been playing this game? I'm not sure exactly. I started playing probably a few months ago. Ow. Yeah, I think I started playing a few months ago. I don't remember how to fight those enemies. But yeah, I've only streamed this game about once a week, sometimes less frequently. As for how often I stream generally, I try to stream about 3 days a week. I think I've already been in this area. Ow. I mainly stream. Oh yeah, I consider Twitch the main one, but I'm also multi-streaming on YouTube. Oh, I forgot I have to hit them 3 times. Multi-streaming on YouTube mainly for the sake of automatically saving the VODs. Yeah. Yeah, it's nice to not have to worry about remembering to download the Twitch VODs and upload them. Hope I'm successful in live streaming. Well, thank you. That would be lovely. Ow. I'm mainly just doing it currently as a way to to help myself play more games, because for some reason I kind of struggle with that, as well as to practice talking more. Do I like 2D such 3D animations or models? I suppose. I like making my own stuff, though. That is quite the connection point between these two areas. Ow. Mantis petra lurks amongst foliage and attacks by flinging wind scythes from a distance. They will harass you from afar, so get close and strike quickly. Their bodies are brittle and will easily fall to your nail. It says that, but they take 4 strikes. That's fairly tanky compared to most enemies. That's alright, but thank you for the offer. Again, I like making my own things. Oh gosh. Oh. That's kind of a crazy duo. What do I do besides streaming? I like to make Minecraft resource pack stuff. My most notable project currently is called Fractures 3D, which aims to make is my shade in there? That's so mean. It aims to add more 3D models in a similar style as some other items like the trident. was kind of crazy. Oh, friend. I'm glad I just so happened to try walking through that. Ow. Here sleeps the traitor's child. Oh. I wonder if that's the grave I'm looking for. Oh, what are these? They are harder to deal with than I might have expected. Oh my goodness. Oh. Oh. At this point, I'm expecting these enemies to be around, but I'm not ever seeing where they are. Friend. Oh. How do I get over there? Loodle. Inhabits the wilds beside the Queen's Gardens. Not aggressive in nature, but its wild bouncing behavior can be dangerous. It seems like their energy is limitless. Do they ever stop to sleep or eat or love? Marmo. Oh, the Queen! The Queen is coming! I've been waiting so long, and now she's almost here. I feel like I'm about to burst. I've kept it safe, the sacred garden. I've kept it safe for all this time, and soon the Queen will return and teach me to fly. Shall we wait together, stranger? Shall we play together? Oh. Oh gosh. Oh, that's so far away. Oh no. Ow. Why does it say there's an opening through there? Oh. It's just not being very descriptive about the layout of the room. Yeah. But I think that's how every room works. How did I... What did I just do? Huh. You can double tap the map to open the full version. How peculiar. It's over this way. Ow. This place has so many thorns. It is quite treacherous. especially when you do things like that. I keep not expecting the utter ridiculous amount of thorns that are present here. Ow. Green path. Oh! You know, I wondered with that crack. Ooh. That's crazy. Ow. Dang it. Okay. I should probably head back to my shade. Well, there was also this path. Well, I'll check that out later. Now, why did I think it was a good idea to do all of that? Oh, I see. So that's why that had been filled in, but I hadn't been through there. I recall that being in the way. Oh yeah, how easily can I evade these things? Because I get the impression not very. And yeah, as I suspected, attacking them does not interrupt their movement. Those things are brutal. Oh gosh. They seem technically predictable, but in possibly the most unpredictable way possible. Lovely. Hmm. Okay, that is an optional fight, which means yeah, I can go do this first. Little one, I found it, the stag nest, where I was born and raised. I've yet to go there yet. My duty binds me to travel only where I am called. But if you wish to see it yourself, I could take you there. None may remain to welcome us, but the nest is still a sight to behold. Give me the word, and we will go there at once. Before you rang the bell, I'd almost forgotten the station existed. It was not often used by the common bugs, being a well-guarded retreat for our late queen. Even as overgrown as they've become, these gardens are still beautiful after all this time. I'm sure the queen would be happy to know that. I do want to check out the stag nest. Wait, where does this lead? Oh, right. Through here. Lovely. Oh. It is kind of funny because this bench is significantly less important now that that's opened up. Because the main problem with this bench was just having to go not just up to here, but then all the way around this way. But now it would just be that fairly short trek. But I certainly won't complain about having a bench right there. Shall we wait together, stranger? Shall we play together? What if I do this? Gotcha. Doesn't seem like a super difficult fight so far. I think the main challenge comes from... There we go. The main challenge comes from the inability for any opportunity to heal. Oh, stranger. You're strong. Much stronger than me. I've been waiting a long time, stranger. I've been fighting a long time, stranger. I'm very, very tired. The queen will be here soon, and I just need to sleep a little. Wake me when the queen arrives, stranger. Perhaps the queen will teach us both to fly, stranger. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Protector of root and leaf, we honor you. There was also... Or did I already read this entry? I think I did. Goodness, there's a lot. Have I read this? Probably. I don't recall the second part, though. Golka. Aggressive plant life that retracts protectively when danger is near. Spits hard, spiky balls when foes are at a distance. Its leaves are dry and bland. The bud is unpleasantly sour. But oh, the venom in those balls it spits. Exquisite. If you have the time to spare, try drinking some and enjoy the effects. Hey, kitty. Yeah, these things. Marmu, lingering dream of a fallen warrior, protector of the Queen's gardens. If you believe in something as hard as you can, with your eyes shut tight, eventually it will come true. Right. These things are so obnoxious. Hollow Nest Seal. Let's travel to the Stag Nest. Being back in my old home, I feel the weight of my long life bearing down on me. I carry it proudly, though. Wherever I travel, the memories of my family and my kind come with me. So many bells. Oh. An empty eggshell. Peculiar. Howling Cliffs. Is this where you start the game? Or maybe not. No, this... Well, maybe? I don't think so. I should check that out another time. Just curious if that might have some kind of effect. What do you think of my old home, little one? It was full of life once, stags coming and going, swapping stories of the places they'd been and the passengers they'd met. For a long time now, I've considered myself the only one remaining, the last stag. But being in the nest again, there's something in the air, a smell, or a warmth, or a presence perhaps. Could it be other stags have made their way out into the wider world? Yes, I will hold on to that hope. my kin still alive, still out there, journeying beyond these lands. But for me, I could never abandon the stagways. Not as long as passengers still need them. I can tell you still have important work to do. I will be your companion as long as my old body still serves. Let us enjoy the old stagways of this kingdom together a little longer. Hmm. Now, what lies over here? Oh! Oh! Friend! Oh, that's right! Oh, goodness. Oh gosh. Dang it. I was not prepared for all of this. Yeah, I forgot about that little storyline. Hmm. Okay. Nice. needed to dodge through that, obviously. That was silly. Traitor Lord. Dang it. How much damage did that shockwave do? Well, I guess just 2 health. I was already missing 2, so that's all it needed to put me back at a 1 hit. To put me at a 1 hit. That is kind of a tough fight. Friend. Okay. friend. That's so sad. Ow. What is this? Oh,
Merma.
White Lady. Oh, one arrives. Far it walks to find me. Did it seek my aid, or did the path carry it by chance to so pertinent a place? It is true that you were awaited. No, perhaps that is inaccurate. True, one like you was awaited. I have a gift, held long for one of your kind, half of a whole. When united, great power is granted, and on the path ahead, great power it will need. A white fragment. Oh,
Akomanya.
it faced the gendered child? She's a fierce foe, strong in mind and body, striking reflection of her mother, though the two were permitted little time together. I never begrudged the worm's dalliance as bargain. In fact, I feel some affection for the creature birthed. If your paths were ever to align, I imagine you might gain yourself a powerful ally.
Akomanya.
Within my roots, the weakening of the vessel I plainly feel. Only two obvious outcomes there are from such a thing. The first is inevitable on current course, regression, all minds relinquished to that pernicious plague. Pernicious plague. The second I find preferable. You would seek the second I find preferable, and would seek your aid in its occurrence. Replacement. I implore you, usurp the vessel. Its supposed strength was ill-judged. It was tarnished by an idea instilled. But you are free of such blemishes. You could contain that thing inside.
Elare.
I'll offer fair warning. The vessel may itself be weak, but it is much empowered by that force within. To claim its role requires strength of some magnitude. Prepare yourself well before attempting the task.
Pianeroth.
Prepare well, but don't dally. Were the vessel to break prematurely, that plague would unleash with rage and power built of ages chained.
Pianeroth.
I had not expected to come upon such a thing. I don't see it. Oh, there it is. It's a charm. Fragment of a white charm. It cannot be equipped. Huh. Oh, I wonder. Is this going to be some kind of key that doesn't necessarily. Or maybe it has an effect that, like, technically gives you the ability to fight whatever final boss or something. But then it's required and forces you to relinquish basically all of your other charms. It could be interesting. Oh, I don't. I don't want to attack this creature. I get the feeling this may be the only one in the game that you're able to actually interact with. I wonder who this is. Based on how the white lady was talking. Well, I kind of wonder if it might be Hornet's mother? Maybe. Oh. Well, now that was something. A true battle of mighty warriors. So intense, so climactic. It's really everything I could have hoped for. Thanks for all your help, my friend. For a tiny bug, you set a valiant example. We'll meet again, I'm sure of it. Be on my way soon. Nola is waiting and I'm done down here. Just savoring the moment a little longer. Oh. Well, I suppose I should be on my way to the teacher's archives. That is what I named this stream after all. I always seem to forget that the explosion radius goes through walls. Friend? Doesn't this kingdom just abound with surprises? A building atop an acid lake. Despite the sight, I can't help but feel familiarity. Something stirs in my mind, though I can't yet tell what. I'd thought it my lust for discovery that led me here, but now there seems something else. This building beckons me. Well, let us go in to the teacher's archives. Ooh. Oh, I see. Ow. Oh, what is that? Umu. Oh gosh. Oh. Oh. Interesting. What a peculiar boss fight this is. Dang it. Wow. Yeah, very interesting boss fight indeed. Intelligent being that guards the inner chamber of the teacher's archives. The canyon below us, the one thick with fog and crackling with strange energy. A hunter can lose their senses down there. Be careful. Strange and unnatural things lurk there. A tank full with charged lumaflies. Oh? Charged lumafly. When threatened, they cluster together, generating electricity. They usually drift about peacefully, but sometimes they cluster together and spit out a sharp, crackling flash that will stun and burn even large beasts like myself. Watch closely for an opening and move past them quickly. Of absence, thur abundance shall outer inner, place in absence thur void, liquid substance weave absence inner shall outer thur mater peer, ch void vessel absence all outer contain. All right. Kinglight growth in kind, flow all think in field. Old light essence dream, ungrowth end think, aber kinglight, che old light themkin. O che think flow, aber dream uncontain, their ungrowth end life. How very, very strange those are. Something glows within the tank. Something glows within the tank. Oh. Friend. Did she call you too, then? I realize it's no coincidence we arrived together. Though much of my memory is blank, this place I recall. Within these chambers, the teacher sought to store the kingdom's knowledge, and at its core, she stored herself. To save Hollow Nest, the teacher willingly became a seal, but upon herself she enacted an additional protection. Though I cannot recall its happening, I played a part in that feat. She called me here now to reserve that protection, all in aid of you. Oh, to reverse. She called me here now to reverse that protection, all in aid of you. Do not hesitate. The choice to reform was hers, not mine. She knows what you would do and seems to welcome it. A figure sleeps within the tank. Oh. For diversity, a seal. A world forever unchanging. The seals must break. Forever. Forever. Teacher. The madam's life is extinguished, and with it her seal breaks. It's a heavy thing you attempt, but I've seen your prowess up close, and she too believed you capable. Be on your journey then, and allow me a rest. Be on your journey then, and allow me rest a time. With the deed complete, I begin to feel my age. Oh no. I didn't mean to break one of the tubes. Yeah, what a fascinating place. Dang it, I was leaving myself muted again. Oh, I don't have a map for this area. Huh. Well, yeah, I was just saying. I think this area, this must be where you. Or I think that grave is probably where you need to take the flower to. It says it's the child of the traitor, which implies, assuming the traitor is referring to, one of the mantis. One of the mantises. It applies that that grave is then for a mantis, which I believe is what you're looking for there. It's just unfortunate that I don't know for sure. But I explored that whole area. Unless there's hidden rooms, which there could be. There's definitely room for some, but I mean, I think it would just be that. Which, assuming that is. Goodness, you have to go from all the way here. You have to go from here all the way over to here. That's so very far. Which she did say it was far. Oh, there's no bench here. Well, I think I'm gonna call it there. Next time I play this, I want to start off by checking out this area. I don't know if dropping from that cliff is going to reveal anything new, but at the very least, I wasn't able to explore at least one area, probably here, because it was dark. So I want to explore that area more, and then I think it'll be time to go to the Black Egg Temple. Now the question is, do I actually want to call it there? Or do I actually want to end stream there? think not. Um, there's another little game I wanted to try. It is specifically a demo. This demo just came out today. It's Among Us Story on Guard. And I'm quite fond of Among Us as a franchise. And also, I love watching people play Among Us. I've wanted to play more of it myself, but I haven't. It kind of requires having like a fairly large friend group. Of course, you can play it online with random people, but I suppose I've never given that a proper chance. I much prefer the idea of playing with friends, but I don't really have. I mean, frankly, I don't have many friends to play games with at all, and especially not to a big enough friend group to play Among Us. So I've always liked the idea of having like a single player mode. And this looks like it could be that. Or something similar anyways. So yeah, I want to give that a try. Oh. The icon is awesome. Sure. This is fun. Oh gosh. I'm gonna turn that down a good bit. Mainly because I just tend to turn everything down. I don't know if I want to use my controller or mouse and keyboard. I guess I'll default to mouse and keyboard and see how that goes. Tip. It looks like you're about to play a demo for Among Us Story on Guard. Would you like an overview? Sure. Maybe I should turn the cursor. Maybe I should show my cursor for this. There we go. You'll play as Operator, a crewmate who enters a virtual training simulation. Inside that simulation, you'll control Guard and investigate a murder committed by a deadly imposter. This short gameplay section explores one line of investigation out of the many you'll have available, but remains mostly free of spoilers. I hope you enjoy this little taste of Among Us story on guard. Management. Hey, hello, and welcome to Mira Research and Development. You must be operator. I'm management. It's great to have you here. Stellar, you have a good flight? Sleep all right? I'm a little confused. I must have slept harder than I thought. I'm a little foggy on where here is. A little foggy? That's funny. You're funny. This is Mira R&D. We're working on ways to give our crewmates a better chance at survival. Oh. That means safer ships, clearer instructions, and most of all, ways to deal with the biggest threat out there. Wire repairs? Swiping access cards? I like that. Unlocking the airship safe? Imposters? I mean, wire repair seems pretty serious. Trying to connect wires properly? Imposters. Imposters are the biggest threat. But hey, your answer was good too. There are no bad answers. Haha. Wrong answers, yes, but not bad answers. Fair enough. Did you know that imposters are responsible for 73% of all lost Mira ships? The other 27% are from crewmates charting a course through an asteroid field. But whatever, future problem. We're working on getting that percentage down and those imposters out the old airlock, haha. And we've developed an exciting new solution to help. The simulator. Can I solve mysteries? Can I do historical adventures? Can I fall in love? I'll say mysteries for this one. Golly, does this mean I can take the role of a famous detective solving hollow mysteries? What if I told you that you could be a detective, making yourself famous, no hollow mysteries required? That sounds kind of like a no. Okay, the truth is, we're sticking you in this little pod with goggles and a headset. You know, I shouldn't have left a pause for you to ask questions. Now it seems like a letdown. No, I'm sure it's great. I promise, it's gonna seem like everything you've dreamed of and more, thanks to the greatest power of all. Your imagination. Also, some new proprietary hardware for rendering purposes. You ready for adventure? We've got a scenario lined up that will help us identify imposters and protect crewmates. I have questions. Gosh, this is interesting. I do have a few questions though. Okay, well, I'm here to help. So whatever helps you enter the old simulator, you just let me know. Ask away, but just so you know, some of the answers might be spoilers. Haha. Can't risk polluting the dataset. Is it dangerous? Are the crewmates all meet real? What will the simulation be? Are the crewmates all meet real? The crewmates I made in the simulation, are they, I don't know, real? No, that's part of the reason we made this virtual instead of using holograms. The holograms kept asserting their independence and demanding rights, and it's a huge crewmate relations hassle. Simulated crewmates are developed by our proprietary solution based on recorded data from past flights. The last part's actually a bit of a privacy violation, but I won't tell if you don't. Haha. Anyway, no, they're definitely not real. Don't even worry about that. I'll leave it at just that. Thanks, I'm ready to go now. The simulator's ready for you right over there. And so are those devious imposters. Try not to die, haha. It looks like you have received a task to enter the simulator. Wait, who is that? Oh, that's the virtual assistant for your mini-computer. To review your tasks, press Escape to open the mini-computer. You can call me Matey. I'm here to help my fellow crewmates. Just feel free to ignore it if it's bugging you. Hang on, buddy. Simulator's back this way. I can give you a tour of R&D once we've kicked the tires on the simulation. Gosh, it looks like you're tracking a lot of data in the simulator. Yep, our proprietary solution does a ton of work making the simulation feel real for you. And of course, we'll also be tracking everything you do. No pressure, haha. Is this going to be my workstation? Your workstation? Lol, lamau. You're going to be on your feet and in the simulator too often to worry about a workstation, haha. Although we are gonna have to get you up to speed on our project management software. Tasks. Log. Oh. That's nice. Map. Nothing there. Settings. I love the little Amogus characters. Simulator's right over there. Get on in there, buddy. What does this ship run on? Ask engineer, and they'd say it runs on reactor power. Ask captain, and they'd say it runs on teamwork. But what this ship really runs on is truth and justice. Every lie is grit in the engines. Every crime is a crack in the hull. My name is Guard, and every morning I make sure this ship flies straight. They say no single crewmate is a match for an imposter, but they haven't seen me yet. You want some of this? You want to bring your trash onto my ship? Yeah, I didn't think so. Select an email from the sidebar. So far, I don't think I need my mouse for anything. Engineer's electrical work is going to... No. I didn't read fast enough. Subject, important electrical work. This is your final reminder that the ship will have intermittent lighting outages for most of the day. This should not be a surprise to anyone after my previous emails. To reiterate, the ship is overdue for maintenance of its electrical system. I will be working in the vents for most of the day. Be prepared for lighting outages during that time. I've been able to implement redundancies for everything except the lighting. No other ship system will be affected. I've attached the electrical schematics and a chart showing my progress. E. Cook's trying a new dinner special this week. Yeah, I'd like if those little bubbles lasted longer. Or even, required you to click them away. Subject, special dinner, taco night. That's fun. There's a special dinner tonight. Can you guess what it is? That's right. It's Quesadilla Tuesday. What? They're like tacos, but soft and flat. And they're even a fun color. So come get your fill of our quesadill. Huh? Your friend, Cook. So energetic. Unknown. Huh, important meeting, anonymous sender. Seems suspicious. Urgent meeting request. Come to the cafeteria at 9 a.m. sharp. Don't be late. Oh nice, been waiting for this one. Subject, our fall issue. Tactical vest fitting. 10 tips to find a new style that says, be respectful or get ejectful. Sunglasses, mirrored or dark? Well, we asked and you answered. Spot the imposter. Take our quiz and find out whether you are ready. You aren't, but you can be. Ship-wide cameras, are you surveilling enough? And much more. Goodbye. An anonymous message is like a grease spot on my visor. Can't clean it off until I know which side it's on. Looks like I've got a blind date in the cafeteria. The mini computer includes a map that can help you find the cafeteria. Ah. So this doesn't look like the Skeld. And there's 2 floors. That's interesting. Crewmates go about their daily lives, hiding their vice, their corruption. But the tapes see everything, and I'm watching. I'm always watching. Always. But not right now. Locked myself in the office this morning. Nobody gets to talk to me before I've had my morning coffee. Swipe your security card to unlock most doors. Hate this thing. Come on. Too slow. Oh, you really have to just swing it. I was expecting it to be more like the timing in Among Us. Scientist. Oh, guard. Good morning. How are you? Did you see engineer's message? Scientist has always been skittish. Figures engineer's message about tinkering would bother them. Having the lights go out is, well, it seems inconvenient and dark. It annoys me too. Lights on and off all day? How do they expect the rest of us to get any work done? Right? Thank you. I told Captain. Well, I asked Captain. Anyway, they didn't seem to care. Every plunge into darkness is a chance for crime to go undetected. For murderers to strike. Oh, I just need to read my charts. Tree Hugger is such a worrier. They care about plants almost as much as I care about security. But now that they know the lights thing is bugging me, not just them, they should be fine. We're complaining as a team. Anyway, I'll let you get to breakfast. Stay safe, and remember, you can't spell vigilante without vigilant. Okay? Yeah, they're better. Situation secure. They don't gotta worry. That's my job. Vents, the criminal's hallway. An imposter can use them to pop up like a space gopher from a space gopher hole in any room on the ship. Engineer usually has the vents locked down. Must have left this one loose while doing the electrical upgrades. Management is speaking. What clues does the captain keep secreted away in admin? You'll find out someday, but not in the demo. That anonymous note said, "Don't be late. I've got enough sins without adding tardiness to the list." Right, I suppose application is closed for the demo, so no charting courses just yet. I suppose I should head straight to the cafeteria. I should get to the cafeteria. The cafeteria, the ship's watering hole, a place to replenish and recharge for everyone, even the predators. What threats lurk in the tall grass of the cafeteria? What crocodiles wait in the water for the innocent to dip their heads? Let's find out. Oh, you don't eat cook's food without a little hope and a lot of seasoning. Cook! They couldn't fry an egg if their life depended on it. Now their goose is cooked. I'll find whoever did this to you, Cook. I'll make it right. Cook's dead. Guard, how could you? It wasn't me. I should have been streaming this. Oh goodness. Doctor, seize the imposter before they kill again. It wasn't me. When you're planetside, a person accused of murder is entitled to a trial by jury of their peers. Can we get this over with? I promised my subscribers I'd live stream the autopsy later. But out here, on a ship always ready for imposters to attack, an emergency meeting is all you get. And I haven't got a peer in the pack. Right, yes. Doctor and I took charge when we found guards standing over poor Cook's body. Are you sure Guard's the imposter? It's just, I talked to Guard right before you found them? Then you're lucky to be alive. Good thinking, Doctor. Focus on the fortunate positives instead of a conversation. Make it a pro-versation. What? I'm being framed. Lucky? Luck has nothing to do with it. Anonymous note leads me to the body, right when everyone's coming in for breakfast. This is a setup. Where's Engineer? I'd really prefer to do this with everyone present. There's still, the electrical upgrades? They sent that email? Oh, I have a filter to send Engineer's ship-wide emails to spam. They're so depressing. Guard, would you like to speak? Maybe apologize? I think we'd all appreciate it. I let Cook down. Yeah, I'll apologize to Cook for murdering them, for not keeping them safe. Cook, I failed to protect you, but I will avenge you. No, we're avenging Cook. That's what the airlock is for. Is this your first time? Yes, very good. So it's all in favor of ejecting Guard then? I'm smashing that I vote like it's the like and subscribe button. Given the evidence, yes? Sorry, I? Unanimous. That's how you know Guard's guilty. Would an innocent crewmate get a unanimous vote for ejection? To the airlock. Oh. Okay, guard, can escape through the airlock. That's what I'm trying to escape from. If you escape, the other crewmates will not be able to throw you out the airlock. I see. The vent. Maybe I can get out through here. Well, that proves they're an imposter. Gotta go. Can't risk them coming in here. This place is a maze. How does engineer work in here? Freedom. Like a credit card with no interest. With a no interest introductory period, there's always a catch. But if I'm today's catch, it'll be catch and release right out the airlock. My metaphors are mixed up, but so is this case. The case, the one unbreakable truth on this ship of lies. So I'll take this case, work it, squeeze it until the truth drips out between my fingers. And then I'll wash my hands under the faucet of justice. So what have I got to investigate? Cook's body. They say dead beans tell no tales, but Cook was always chatty. Maybe their body will tell me a bedtime story about which monster went bump in the night. Okay, what else? People lie, but cameras don't. If I can get to security, the surveillance tapes can point me at the imposter. They might. They really might. But not in this demo, so don't worry about that right now. Haha. Okay, what else? I've got enough. Right, like a hard-boiled egg, this case isn't gonna crack itself. So let's go make an omelet. And make sure not to get myself poached. Clear name, gather evidence, find Cook's body. I'm in reactor. How interesting. These cables are a mess. No wonder engineer has to root around in the vents fixing the lights. You know, the imposter doesn't have to kill people one by one. They could just sabotage the reactor, haha. Just consider that a freebie, you know? Something to be aware of. Guess engineer left their slide rule out. Maybe the math got too exciting for them. And I'm gonna switch back to no cursor. Because it hasn't really felt important thus far. Tip, that's actually a right angle ruler, not a side ruler. Oh, sorry, I mean, I didn't choose for guard to say that. They just said it. Sometimes guard just says things. During a hunt, hide from the imposter in cabinets or closets after breaking line of sight. Oh. No, that's not... We're not doing that. You cannot hide. There is no hiding. They literally just hid from the crewmates to escape getting airlocked. Just do what you did to escape getting airlocked. Aha. Engineers big on safety in the workplace. Hopefully that includes imposter awareness. Haha. Unless they're the imposter, right? You think of that? Well, it does seem plausible. Locked up medbay. Might have moved Cook's body in there, but I should check the cafeteria to be sure. In the full simulation, you might find yourself checking security tapes, but not in the demo. Great. Want to investigate personal quarters or relive your near airlocking on the lower decks? Sadly, that isn't in the demo. Fair enough. Like I suspected, Cook's body must be in medbay, which is sealed tighter than a vacuum-sealed pickle jar. But life never closes a door without opening an airlock. I should avoid airlock metaphors until I've cleared my name. Point is, there's gotta be some other way in to find Cook's body. Like that loose vent I noticed earlier? Maybe. Find alternate medbay entrance. Guess Cook's never getting around to that final cleanup. Blue powder. Part of the normal mess of the kitchen. Or something else. I should find out where this stuff came from. Maybe it's nothing. Or maybe I'll look back someday and know that this is what blew the case wide open. Someday, maybe, but not today, because the blue powder investigation isn't part of the demo. The pantry is closed for the demo, but in the full experience you might find foodstuffs, cooking supplies, or murder. I'm very curious how expansive this game is going to be. Not my seat. They haven't seasoned the cushion properly or anything. Probably too much to hope that the imposter would take a break. That the imposter decided to take a break. This is my seat. Back to the wall. All exits visible. I'd give anything to sit here and watch Cook try to boil toast in the kitchen again. Still locked. Makes sense. What clues does the captain keep secreted away in admin? You'll find out someday, but not in the demo. A loose vent. This might be my road to medbay. Now I'm not sure how I'm supposed to be navigating this necessarily. This isn't medbay. I feel like a rat in a maze, and that cheese isn't getting any closer. So maybe I should talk to the big cheese. Engineers spends all their time in there. They could give me directions. Just gotta figure out how to get their attention. Wait, they ran in and yelled like a space dog on Space Bath Day that time I spilled coffee on their control panel. Because I'm heading to the cafeteria to make you a fresh cup of coffee, engineer. Make coffee in the cafeteria. Coffee, the only bean I can count on to never betray me. Oh. Do I need all of the coffee beans? I don't know how this works. Maybe... Maybe... Probably important that the cup isn't too heavy to lift. Oh. Okay, I might understand. How do I empty this? So I do that, and I put those in there. See, I don't know how to make coffee, so that's not helping things, I think. Oh. Surely this is good. Okay. Time to pull engineer out of the vents. Coffee, baby, you're too good to me. You deserve so much better. But there's a control panel in the reactor that needs you. Sabotage reactor panel. Leave for 5 minutes and someone shorts out the panels. We need to talk. You're the imposter. I'm not the imposter. Then why are you chasing me? I should have locked the door. Well, one thing's sure to bring him back. More coffee. My goodness. The coffee maker. Well, I know what I'm doing this time. Dark roasted. Again. Oh my goodness. Again? Come on. You poured coffee on my panel. I had to get your attention. Stay back. Or I won't know what hit me. You don't use wattage to note the danger of electrocution. You use current. Speaking of current, well, currently, I need your help, Sparky. What do you want? You know the vents better than anyone, but you know the vents better than anyone but an imposter. How do I get to medbay? An actual imposter would know their way through the vents already. I'm not the imposter. Unless this is a trick, like one of those puzzles where one guy always lies and one always tells the truth. Help me for Cook. You know who'd have helped me? Cook. Cook helps everyone. They once tried to bandage the wing on a rotisserie chicken. They were a lousy chef, but a good crewmate, and the imposter killed them. If I take a long walk out of a short airlock, Cook's murderer gets away with it. That what you want? Okay, fine. Here, directions to the medbay. I'm still not sure I believe you. Good. Means you're thinking. That all you want? Seen anyone suspicious? You see anyone suspicious while you were down in the vents? Some mouth breather sabotaged the control panel and then chased me around the reactor room. This right here? This is why nobody reads engineers' emails. But there have been others in the vent. I saw a scientist early this morning. And someone I didn't see. They didn't talk. I just heard them moving. Good to know. You want anything else? That's all. That's all I needed. Good. Now I can repair what you did to the control panel, and then go do the rest of my job. Stay safe. Return to loose vent. Surprising that I'm able to move around the ship so freely like this. The loose vent. Let's hope engineers' directions are better than their cable hygiene. Alright. Right, up, up, left, up. Okay. And up. The smell washes over me, even more when I come up through the vents. Sickness, rot, corruption, live streaming. Some call it hell. Around here, we call it medbay. Let's see what we can see. Doc had him put Cook on the floor instead of the bed. What kind of crewmate does that? An imposter, maybe? Not worth much as a clue, but still. They should have put Cook on the bed. Cook, I hate seeing you like this. I just hope you can get me some clues, so I can get you some payback. Oh. Whoops, looks like you finished our little demo. Haha. But you crushed it getting as far as you did. Look at you, dodging pursuit, hunting for clues. Listen, you get some rest while we get the rest of the simulation put together. We'll have you back in this bed. We'll have you back in this bad bean real soon. Haha. Thanks for playing. That was fun. Very stylized game. I like it. I very much enjoy the way that when you're outside the simulation, it looks a decent bit just like regular Among Us. And then in the simulation, it's like very kind of cartoonish. But yeah, I wonder catchy music. I wonder how in-depth this game is going to be with like different possible outcomes. Because, you know, with a single player social deduction game, there's a pretty obvious significant concern of, you know, playing through the story and then you just know it already. And I guess that doesn't necessarily remove the aspect of playing the game, because it's not just knowing who the imposter is, clearly, having played through the demo now. But it's a significant aspect to the enjoyment of it. So yeah, I wonder how it works with, like, if it's a if it's like a predetermined imposter, or if that's kind of randomly decided each time you play in some way, with like different pieces of evidence towards different characters as the imposter. I don't know. But even if it is just like a one-time kind of playthrough, maybe one time per like character or something, I don't think that's... I don't know. I don't know if you're always gonna play as the guard. I think so. Probably. You probably always play as the guard. But it did sound like there were different kind of routes. So... yeah, I don't know. But yeah, no, even if it is just like a one-time playthrough or whatever, I think it will be an entertaining one-time playthrough. So yeah, fun little game. I'm happy to see Inner Sloth doing more Among Us stuff. I would love if there was some kind of like way to play single player in base Among Us though. You know, whether that be like an entirely unique mode like hide and seek, or if they could add CPUs that were good enough to make just the base game playable. That'd be fun. Or hide and seek as well. That could be fun in its own right. Just like chasing CPUs around or being chased by a CPU. I don't know. There's a lot of value, of course, in multiplayer games, but it's also nice when you don't need to have friends to be able to enjoy it more properly. Which, yeah, again, you can play with random people online, but that comes with its own kind of random elements that can make it less enjoyable, I suppose. Anyways, I wonder if this game will have any kind of character customization. It doesn't seem like it, you know, with how with the more like detailed art and animations that tend to happen. Yeah, probably not. And that's okay. I do value that a lot in games though. Even something as simple and silly as the Among Us cosmetics of like putting clothes over a spacesuit kind of aesthetic. It's fun. But yeah, fun game. Okay, let's switch to just chatting. Yeah, I'm glad I did this just in addition to something else. I didn't think, with it being a demo, I didn't think it would be very long. And yeah, it was a way for me to play a little bit of Among Us on stream. This this game icon is awesome. It's just a little, like, kind of squished Among Us. They're just fun, such fun little character designs. So simple. Let's see. It is Monday. Oh yeah, so for Minecraft stuff, Chaos Cubed comes out tomorrow. So I'll definitely be playing on my survival world next time I stream, which should be Thursday. Oh yeah, I went and saw the Amazing Digital Circus finale yesterday. Won't go into spoilers, of course. It was very good. I wasn't sure what direction they were gonna go with it, and I think it was good. I feel satisfied. I don't know what the general consensus of it has been. You know, I think for something for a show that's gotten as big as that one did, like anything they did would have some amount of backlash or, you know, negativity or whatever. That's just an inevitability. But hopefully most people appreciated it, and will appreciate it for those who haven't seen it yet. I think it was good. What I did not expect was they start the showing with episode 8, which I don't feel that's a spoiler to say. If anything, I think things like that should be made more clear when that's happening. You know, I know the Demon Hunter anime, they did some theater showings where they did it in a similar format of like they show the, you know, last episode or two of the previous season and then first episode of the next season, or, you know, whatever. And that did not go very well. Or, I mean, I don't know how successful it was in theaters, but I don't believe that was received very well, because people were expecting a movie. They didn't set expectations appropriately. And then I could say a similar thing here, where like I had no idea that was happening with the Amazing Digital Circus. I thought it was just the final episode. So I definitely think they could have made that more clear to better set expectations in that way. However, I don't think it's a huge problem because most of it was the final episode. But yeah, the only reason I even found out before going to the showing is because me and a couple friends watched the whole show on Netflix before going to the theater. Me and one of the friends had already watched it, so we were rewatching it. The other friend hadn't seen it before, but they were going to the movie with us, so, you know, they needed to to watch all of it. But yeah, so we watched it on Netflix, and Netflix doesn't have episode 8, which we were so confused by, because like, why wouldn't it have episode 8? But then it made me wonder if maybe that is just being showed with the final episode, and we looked into it, and sure enough, that seemed to be the case, and is the case. So yeah, very interesting they did it that way, but I think it worked well. I mean, if you've seen episode 8, it's quite the ending. And to be clear, the final episode is episode 9. So episode 8 has been on YouTube for a few months. But yeah. I think it made sense to put them together, and it definitely like, you know, it beefed up the runtime a bit, made it into more of like a proper movie showing. So that was good. But I can't imagine a lot of people going in and just being like, I've already seen this. What is happening? You know, I think especially like with my experience of going to the Demon Slayer showing that did that. I think they've done like 2 or 3 of those. I only went to the first one and then immediately lost trust in their theater showings from that. So yeah, like if I wasn't prepared for that, then I think I would have immediately been a little bit concerned. But I'd already heard it, so I was more like mentally prepared that that's what was happening. So yeah, just that kind of thing I think needs to be made much more clear. But yeah, good show. It was a good ending. And I believe the final episode comes out on YouTube and Netflix on the 19th. I thought it was the 16th, but I might have just remembered, 9 as a 6. That is something that can happen. I'm curious. Yeah. June 19. So soon. Very soon. And then I'm probably gonna rewatch it again. Maybe not right away, but I kind of want to have it like. Well, I guess by that logic, I'd want to have it watched all the way through on both YouTube and Netflix. So I might need to rewatch it twice, 2 more times at least. But I think it's a good enough show to warrant that, so that's okay. I think that will be all for today. Again, should be back on Thursday, and I'm gonna play the new Chaos Cubed drop. And I shall see you later. Farewell.